let's move into main topic number 1. Rob, what is our first main topic today?
Oh, John. Well, you know how I like to screw things up. But not today, John. Not today. Our first topic today comes to us from Anthony Buccino. I think it's Buccino.
Buccino,
Big fan since the movie talk days. With In the Heights box office coming in at 25 million this weekend, do you think that its inexplicable box office failure will affect the possibility that we will one day see a feature adaptation of Lin Manuel-Miranda's other major musical, Hamilton? You know what, John? I have to say, this has perplexed me. The In the Heights, we've talked about it a lot on the show. The In the Heights, let's call it failure. I mean, obviously, it was a day and date release on HBO Max, along with its theatrical run. We've talked about and analyzed why this failed. And I think this movie is a great movie. I really do. I really liked it for what it was. I thought it was dynamic. I thought it was well made. I really enjoyed watching it. I mean, maybe it didn't have a single, like a certain song like Let It Go or something that you'd
This Is Me from British Show. It didn't
Greatest
have one of those
Showman.
big breakout songs. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have thought this would be the post-pandemic movie that we all could use, but far be it for me to say. I think this movie is getting the short shrift, but now it seems to be getting beaten up in the press, which is adding insult to injury, and I don't understand. But I don't love a lot of movie musicals based on shows because it's hard to stick the landing. Lin Manuel-Miranda confessed to Variety. I'm very proud of John Cho's version of In the Heights. John Chu's version. It's a different animal than the stage production. As long as I think of those as different things, it's exciting. I don't know what a cinematic version of Hamilton looks like. If I had, I'd written it as a movie. So while Miranda doesn't seem to have completely written the possibility off, it seems that for the time being, he has no immediate plans to set something like that in motion. I just want to point out, John, this movie, In the Heights, is not going to be looked upon as a complete disaster like Cats was.
Right.
No one's going to make fun of this movie. I think as this movie is discovered and people come to it over the years to come, people are going to like this movie and it's going to be held in high regard. I really do. So I don't think this would ever hurt the chances of Hamilton musical. But like you said, a feature version of it, he's not planning a Hamilton musical, not a feature version anyway. And we got the brilliant, I thought the version that dropped on Disney Plus was terrific, even though it's obviously a filmed version of the actual stage production. It's still beautifully done. And, that'll tide us over for a while, won't it?
Maybe. I mean, look, I get it. When you talk about...
You're the song and dance man?
Yeah, I'm the song and dance man. Look, here's the thing. In asking, will the financial failure of In the Heights hurt Hamilton? First of all, again, you're right. It is really unfortunate that In the Heights hasn't been doing better because it deserved better. It's a very good movie. A movie I had no interest in, a movie that suffered from bad marketing, a movie that clearly didn't know how to connect with a potential audience to bring them into the seats. But that's all really unfortunate because the movie itself is tremendously enjoyable. And I liked it a lot and it deserved much better. In asking the question, will this affect an upcoming, the possibility of a Hamilton feature film? Two things. One, Rob, as you already pointed out from Lin Manuel-Miranda's own words, it doesn't sound right now like a Hamilton feature film is high on his priority list anyway right now. Okay, so that's the one thing. But the second thing I would say is this. I personally don't think that the financial failure of In the Heights is actually going to affect the chances of a Hamilton feature film 1%, at all. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Mostly is the fact that In the Heights and Hamilton are two completely different things. In the Heights was a good hit for a Broadway show, and it put Lin-Manuel on the map, yes. But Hamilton is the show that made Lin Manuel-Miranda a globally recognized name. In the Heights did not sweep all of pop culture. Hamilton swept all of pop culture. Hamilton became a part of the pop cultural zeitgeist from the moment it hit Broadway, and it's still going today. The shows are still selling out all over the place. And unlike In the Heights, like, dude, Rob, I don't know if you've ever seen the live Hamilton show. All you got to do, the King song of ya da 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 da, that is like one of my favorite songs of stage of all time. I'll kill all your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da, da. It's amazing. The whole damn show is great. So it has so many advantages over and In the Heights. You put out a Hamilton feature film, I guarantee you at minimum it'll do triple what In the Heights did, and maybe even 10x what In the Heights did. But again, it'll all come down, Rob, as you were pointing out earlier, it's really going to come down to whether Lin-Manuel wants to do it. The Disney Plus thing that they just put out, the filmed version of the stage play, as you pointed out, was fantastic and people ate it up and loved it. But I'm telling you, I think he should do an actual feature film version. I really do think he should. And because I think not only would it be very creatively satisfying for him to change mediums in it like that, I think it would be an automatic guaranteed hit. I'm not saying it'll make $1 billion, but it will be a guaranteed hit because everybody knows Hamilton. I don't know, Rob, if you're in charge of the studio right now, understanding that In the Heights didn't do great and understanding there's a filmed stage performance of it that's on Disney Plus, if you were a studio producer, even understanding all those things, would you greenlight a Hamilton feature film?
Yep, and twice on Sunday. Hamilton is a singular phenomenon, and can you imagine if you took Hamilton off the stage and put it in quote unquote the real world, setting it in real locations, shooting out on location outside and in historical buildings? I mean, and of course recreations. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it would really, really be cool. So I and with this ongoing success, I would not hesitate for a moment.
So you're saying, Rob, you're not throwing away your shot? Hamilton fans would get that. All right, guys.
I'm not. Take
question.
That shot.
The question is for you guys. What do you think about this? Do you have any interest in a Hamilton feature film? I certainly do. Do you think the financial failures of In the Heights would affect the decision on that one way or the other? What do you think is going to happen? Jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.